Welcome back.
I'm Mark.
And I'm Jamie.
Welcome to another episode of Hanging Out with Mark and Jamie.
Today we're going to take a walk through the Lake Rebecca Park Preserve here in Hennepin County.
Part of the Three Rivers Park District.
All right. Mark, conditions are kind of ideal for walking today.
Yeah, today's a great day, Jamie. You know, it's about 35 degrees. I think we're going to see a high temperature of about 40 degrees today. Not a lot of sun, but there's no wind. It's comfortable. I'm hearing the birds chirping back there. I don't know if you're picking that up, but boy, the birds are chirping away. It's just a great day to get outside.
Yeah, and the big thing is for camping, there's no wind, like you said, for walking, hiking.
Yeah, makes it real comfortable.
Yeah. Brought some equipment for you to see today. I brought a walking stick. You know, if you saw our previous video on snowshoe, we took poles, but here I brought a walking stick. This is, I'll get this kind of close for you to see. This is diamond willow, and I actually found this when the city was creating an off-ramp on a highway, and I found it they were cutting it down. Anyway, it turned out very nice. I brought another one with me. This actually is a cane I just made for a friend of mine. Same wood, and I cannot tell you why they're different colors. It's from the same location, but anyway, they're different. So
it's almost a work of art.
It is kind of a nice one.
You sure you want to use that?
Well, it's kind of dry conditions today.
Well, okay.
We're kind of comfortable, so I probably don't. You don't need poles. I don't need a stick. But it's true. Cool to have it anyway.
That's true.
What have you got for equipment?
All right. Well, you know, when I go hiking, I do like to take into the woods with me. I don't know how long we'll be gone, but I bring a jug of water here, a little bit of water, about a liter of water, and then we are in this beautiful park here, and we also know there's some trumpeter swans here, so I usually bring a pair of binoculars because, quite honestly, there's a lot of things to see. I hope we see some wildlife. Never know, might see some deer.
If you remember, we used the binoculars when we were out at Lebanon Park, and we put it over the camera, and we were able to zoom in on those turtles.
Yeah, in the geocaching video. Yeah. If you check that out, you'll see where we are able to see that. So it's a pretty cool thing.
Give that another try. One of the things you have to look forward to when you're getting outside is making sure that you're dressed properly for Minnesota weather. And today, 35, maybe 40-ish degrees, no wind. You can dress kind of lighter. And so I just have on just a light windbreaker that I got, believe it or not, in Sioux Center, Iowa at a discount store. My sister and I do that a lot, so we did that. I also have a cotton sweatshirt on, which is a little bit uncommon for me to wear outside because cotton kills. You usually want to have something otherwise than cotton, but it's a nice calm day today, so I'm not worried about that. And under that I have a silk shirt, a lightweight silk shirt, and regular boots.
Well, and I have let's see here, start with a shell jacket. It's pretty lightweight, but just a bit of a liner here. It is polar fleece, but I can open it up and I can, it'll breathe a little bit. And then I've got a cotton shirt underneath. And then I have a pair of canvas type hiking pants, and they do cut any wind. If there was any wind out here, they're real comfortable. Instead of jeans, they give me a little bit of flexibility when I'm walking. So that's real comfortable. And then I did bring a beanie and a light pair of gloves, just because we certainly don't want to get our hands cold, want them to get cold. And
right.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
well, I brought some other equipment also. I brought, as I've had before, wool hat and gloves. I don't think it's cold enough to wear those today. I've got a beanie. I'm going to bring this with, but I'm not even sure that I'm going to need this. I brought a scarf that my cool girlfriend gave me. This is the City of Glasgow tartan is the design on that. But again, I don't know if it's cold enough to wear that.
Fancy. He's got fancy walking sticks, fancy scarf.
Yes. Oh, and there's a couple there, and they've got walking sticks.
Yeah, they do.
Okay. One of the things we do want to talk about is footwear. It's very important that you get the right footwear, and that is something that you don't want to have to remember. You want, once you put it on, once you're out, you want to be looking around. You don't want to be thinking about your feet. So I've got these recently from REI. And yours are...
Yep, I have another pair. Honestly, I'm not sure where they were purchased from, but they're a nice pair of hiking boots. I've worn them now enough. They're broken in really nice, super comfortable. I forgot they're even on. And you really need that. That is key. You know, someone said something, you know, you can cut corners in a lot of places,
Yeah.
but do not cut corners on a pair of shoes.
No. No. And I got these when I was living in Seattle several years ago at REI, and I was back in REI to get these, and they had these, and they were $270 a pair, which seems like an awful lot. Now mine were starting to deteriorate a little bit. See if I can show that a little bit closer, in a couple of spots. And so I thought, well, maybe I should toss them out or something like that. And then I called the shoe place, and they will fix them for about $80.
Well,
So I can go spend $270 for another pair, or $80 to have new soles.
but it's worth it.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
sometimes you got to spend some money to
Right.
have the right equipment.
Right. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have those resold. But footwear, very important.
So we're going to get going here in a minute. Come join us.
All right, you ready to get started?
I am. I'm ready. It's a little bit cool.
A little bit cool, but and I'm a little bit cool, but I know I'm going to warm up.
You will definitely warm up as we start walking. That's why we dress a little bit lighter and in layers.
All right, let's go.
One of the really cool things about Lake Rebecca is they have a network of what's called single track bike trails. And if you look off in the distance behind me, you'll see where there's a little bit of a track there. And a lot of people bring their fat tire bikes out here. However, I do want to come back here with Jamie, and I do want to come back and bike on our bikes. Now, they're not quite off-road bikes, but they are definitely the kind of bike that we could take on these trails, and hope to see you back here in the spring.
What does single track mean?
I'm glad you asked. Single track means that you ride your bike in one direction. So you don't have to worry about someone coming in the opposite direction and running into you.
So this is a one-way.
This is a one-way trail. That's right.
Didn't know that.
That's right.
All right. Yeah.
What is that up there?
Yeah. So he's got the snowman.
Someone's got a snowman
Somebody
going?
came all the way out here in the woods and did a snowman.
Look at that.
Well done, kids. I'm thinking kids.
That's pretty funny.
I don't know. I like making a snowman. Now there's some kind of a, is that cross-country ski?
Yeah, that looks like cross-country skis there. So someone's out here kind of blazing their own trail, because I don't think this is groomed.
No. All right, we're gonna walk out to the dock here now, out in this little kind of slough, perhaps, off of the lake. We have a warning sign here for an aeration system. Now, in ponds this size, the water will get stagnant and everything in it will die because there's no oxygen. So they put an oxygen pump out there and it blows air in there to make sure there's enough oxygen. Well, when they do that, they bring the warm water up from the bottom of the lake up to the top, and it kind of melts the ice and it makes it very unstable out there. So if you see an aeration system, you don't go walking out on that ice.
Well, Jamie, it says thin ice here.
Yeah.
And
Well, you can hear the aerators over there. You see them on top of the ice,
yeah, give that a listen.
and you can see the open water. And look at, you can, the thin ice signs go all the way around. Look at that, they go all the way to the other end of the lake. Oh, and there's a second set down there of aerators.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so that
I see that.
I think that was for, you said you were seeing trumpeter swans earlier.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't see any trumpeter swans. I don't see anything on the water right now. But quite honestly, I'm not going to go out there because that is not safe out there. Mark, would you? Can I see your backpack? Yeah, this is getting kind of slippery, and I just wanted to take a check on these things here.
All right. Well, how did those get in there? how did those get in my backpack?
Well, you were looking the other way. You were busy, and I didn't have a backpack, so now I'm going to put them on.
Hitchhikers.
Yes, that's what you got.
You snuck that in there. You're making me carry the extra weight.
Oh yeah, that's going to do it for you. All right, here we go. All right, the way these work is you want to make sure you get the studs pointing down. Lean up against a tree so you don't fall down. Put them on the toe firmly. There you go.
Beautiful.
Now I got studded tires on my feet. Now I shall not slip any further, I don't think, I hope. Well, Mark, we're looking right now, we came to the top of the hill, we're looking down on the water, and there's that open water area, but it's a beautiful lake here. I did not know about this park until you called and said, let's take a hike through there. It's a beautiful park.
It really is, and there's a lot here. The hiking trails, and we talked about the single bike track, and then over here, if you have a family, there are some there's kind of a jungle gym and a slide and other things to go, and little playground, little things to go do for families. A lot of picnic tables here, a lot of shade. There's even a picnic shelter further over, and just a lot of great things to do. I imagine this in the summertime would be full of families.
That's a cool park. Well, this Lake Rebecca Park is quite a find. This has been a nice place to have a hike, nice place to walk around.
Well, we sure have enjoyed it, and if you enjoy it, please hit like and also subscribe and leave a comment.
Thanks for joining us.